Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duel number 2. Here from Daytona, the sun has set, the lights are on, and we're going to be going under the lights just like we will be on tomorrow's race. We will be under the lights as well. Excuse me. Let's get straight into it, right? With the Bobby Labonte Nutcracker starting grid. On pole, the 3-car of Jeffrey Bernhardt. For this race, he'll be starting in second place in the race tomorrow, regardless of how this race plays out. Just hoping that last season's incident doesn't happen again. And next to him, it's Big Earn in the 81, who has become a fan favorite over his course of his part-time starts last season, and he's got a great opportunity with a very, very competitive team here today. I'm Afraid You Might Be in a Gang starts in third place in that beautiful number 70, and then Gwendy for the fourth takes one of the best cars in the field and hopes to win with it, unlike what Buster Guts did. Aiden Clot in the 28 rounds out the top 5 of these guys, and Black Jack in the 5. How about him? Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico in the 25, Ross Chestpain in the 45, a couple of solid contenders last season. Leland Funnyman, last season's Monza Crown Jewel winner, and aggressive with a brand new team. The 19 of Mr. Left Sides in that NASCAR Cup Series playoff format car, and then you have the 17 of Corey Knight. This car we need to talk about for just a bit. This is not small medium fat, this is Connor Eats Daily. Small medium fat is injured for a week with that practice accident, but we'll get into that tomorrow during the official injury report. But Connor Eats Daily qualified this car and will be racing it on Wednesday, so cool to see that he's getting an opportunity, a new sign up getting an opportunity this early already, and another draft inductee right here, Pete Nutbutter. The last of the cars locked in on speed, the 74 and 07. There they are. Denise Fat and Massive Chris both need to race their way in, but Massive Chris did say if Denise Fat is in a position and I'm behind her, I will be going with her, so good to know for that. Brenda Magazine in the 13 car, and Aunt Tim, who is locked in to this race on owner's points. Tony Baloney in the 0, and David Krappenschitz in what could be his final start in ASSCA for the foreseeable future, at least, as Young Time Racing says that they do not want to have 3 cars out there at once that often. So hopefully, maybe he can find something there, but maybe if he wins, they'll think about it a bit more. Cup of Joe in the 40 and the 35 of Van Alst Greg make this row. The 36 Xbox 360 and Zach Outback in the 29, hoping that his time in the TOECAR Goodies Trash Series will do well for him. Someone fact check me on that, I don't really remember which series he's actually in. Here's the 68 of Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin, who is the other car locked in on speed. I had my producers tell me this time, like for certain, and like ingrain it in my mind, who was locked in after that mess last time. Sorry, SpongeBob fans, for that one. Alongside him, though, is Brad Perez. Plot 55 is not looking good right now. Hopefully he can change that. Pumick Stumper Jerry in the 6, hoping to keep the trend of the regional series drivers winning. Bo Giardolozzi pulling off that in what he did last time. I am impressed at what he did last race, let me tell you. So maybe Pumick Stumper Jerry can continue that trend. Pit Quack beside him. Here's Lawful Allen and Riley Gerbert, a couple cars, single car teams hoping to, squeak their way in there. Top 3 in this duel for the open cars will be in. Uniball in the 00, they fixed the car somewhat. He was on par with everyone else. Brad Oman, on the other hand, yeah, just pray for that guy. So, without further ado, it's time that we send it down to the usual guy. Mason Payson, take it away.
Drivers, Start your engines!
Let's go. He said the thing this time, and we are underway as they are firing off, and they pull away. Oh boy. Jeffrey Bernhardt in the 3, which we're used to seeing at this point. With him, he didn't have a very good season last season. He's hoping to have it go a different way this time around. Big Earn, there has been talks of him potentially taking over that number 3 and potentially moving Jeffrey Bernhardt to a different number or a different team as he wants to pursue a full-time effort. There's only one full-time car for that team, and it's Dale Bernhardt Jr. So just interesting to think of there. As the pace car pulls off, however, we're going to get going. Can you believe this? Oh yeah. We're green for duel number 2. Can we have another crazy winner like we did last time? I don't know, but anything's possible. It's been shown. Usually one duel is more tame than the other. So this is what I'm hoping will be the tame one. But I don't really think we're going to get that. But you know what? There's a lot of cars back there that want to come to the front. And I don't blame them for it. As I'm afraid you might be in a gang, looks to the inside, and he's going to take the lead away here, very briefly at least, before Aiden Clot sends it 3 wide. They're 4 wide. They're 4 wide. Oh dear. Big Earn and Jeffrey Bernhardt are instantly out of the top 5 with that. Like, actually, they're out of the top 5. Aiden Clot leads lap number 1. How about that for him? All right. There goes Connor Eats Daily. He's coming up the track. Oh, dear God. There's no way the yellow didn't come out from that. There's no way. I refute. There. Okay. Wow. And lap number 1 of this duel has turned into anarchy. Instantly. Aiden Clot leading Mr. Left Sides. And Leland Funnyman coming to the line to take the yellow. Wow. Let's take a look at what happened. Taking a look at Connor Eats Daily, who was 4 wide, so that probably explains a bit of it. Gets in. Brenda Magazine just turns him. And she comes up the track and collects a whole bunch. These are a lot of open cars. Wow. Trouble very early in this race. Damn. Taking a look at Brenda Magazine, who's in this accident. In my opinion, she kind of starts it, not only by turning the 7, but just coming up the track. David Crappenschitz goes up and she just drives away. You know what? Cool. Cool, I guess. Why not? Why not drive away? Sure. Go for it. One last look, I think, here at the wreck, and we're going to look at it from David Crappenschitz as he just gets squoze into the wall. Wow. Rides the wall a bit there. Keeps going, though, but it looks like his chances at Daytona are already shot. Welcome back to Daytona, where we are about to go green. Again. Anyway, Aiden Clot. It's lap 6, but I'm impressed already. I'm just going to say it right now. Right now, as it lies, top 3 open cars would be Denise Fat. Sorry, I gotta wait for the ticker to come back round. But both the young time racing cars of Pumick Stumper Jerry and David Krappenschitz, it looks like will miss the race. Unfortunate for them. Okay, as of right now, Denise Fatt, Massive Chris, and I believe Riley Gerber are the top 3 open cars. So how about that? Ball up there, Brad Perez. Interesting to see there. I'm impressed with Blackjack. Let's ignore the crash that could have taken the life of Small Medium Fat. He's been good. All test session, right? All practice session. This duel, I'm excited to see what he can do. He's been pretty good. I think he might have the chance to be the first draft inductee to win a race. But you've got Mr. Leftsides up there on the top lane. They're kind of taming it down now that they've seen what happened there with Brenda Magazine. As Aiden Clott has already led a great portion of this race. A whole 1/6 of this race has gone his way. Jeffrey Bernhardt just trying to see what his car can do. Sending it 3 wide here. He's got Massive Chris, Riley Gerber behind. Not a good start for Connor Eats Daly, who was hoping to have a just tame session. Unfortunate for him, as they are now back to being 3 wide, doing their shenanigans. And Black Jack is about to take the lead from Leland Funnyman and Aiden Clott. And he's gonna not do it. A little surge at the line for Funnyman keeps him out front. And here comes I'm Afraid You Might Be in a Gang with help from Nick Sanchez, Big Earn, Aggressive, and Brad Perez. Three wide through the whole field. This is basically what we saw in duel number 1. Will it go better than we saw in duel number 1? Is the question in both. Oh my god, that's everyone! Well, now what? LMAO. Out front is Blackjack, but we just lost a lot of cars. Taking a look at the 45 of Ross Chestpain, who I believe caused the first portion of this accident, or it was Pete Nutbutter, but he turned down into Corey Knight there. 2 completely separate accidents, I must add. I think it's safe to say that we should maybe look at the bigger one instead, because it all kind of congealed into one anyway. Let's take a look at that. Taking a look at I'm Afraid You Might Be in a Gang in the 70, who just gets a push gone wrong from Nick Sanchez. They wreck up there, and then there goes everyone. Wow. Yikes. Let's take a look at it one more time. Taking a look at Massive Chris, because I just choked. He was in the middle of the group, so I looked at him. Yeah, let's go back green. Oh, man. Welcome back to Daytona. Anyway, welcome back to Daytona. Lawful Allen, I think, has some sort of mechanical problem, we're hearing. So he's on the apron. His Daytona hopes are over. Unless he rejoins back up onto the track, which it looks like he's going to, so who knows what he's doing. Oh no, he's coming down pit road. Yep, Lawful Allen down pit road. His Daytona hopes are over. Unfortunate, because he was in the top 10. Will he make it to his stall or the garage is the question. Green flag is out, though. So who cares? Based on the trends of these duels, there's a legitimate shot Brad Oman can win this race. We've got Yuno Ball up here. And in the... We've got a wreck, I think. Yep. That's unfortunate. Well, never mind the Brad Oman thing I just said, but... You know, the 00 was slow as hell during practice. But he's up here now. They fixed this car. It's pretty much the last remaining contents of Monsters Inc. and they're wrecking again. Oh my god! Oh no. How is he driving that car? Do I even need to say it? How? Anyway, we've had another crash. Let's take a look at what happened. Taking a look at the first incident only once because it's kind of small. Pummix number Jerry just gets a bad push from Tony Baloney. Seems to be a theme today, and that's pretty much it. Now, in the same replay, because we're cheap, we're going to go up and find the 3 car, who's back there behind... That's not him. Yes, it is. That's him. Behind Nick Sanchez. And it's going to be, once again, a push gone wrong type of situation. Kind of what he did in this exact spot the last wreck. They go up the track, a big wreck. Denise Fat with a massive hit to the roof. That's not good. That was a good car. Let me tell you, that was probably the fastest car I think Jeffrey Bernhardt's ever drove. So that was very unfortunate for him. Let's take a look at it one more time and then go back green. Well, we can't look at this without looking at the plowing force that's about to hit Jeffrey Bernhardt's arms and legs and torso. So, Denise Fat here in the 32. Oh my god. Massive hit for the 3. And that's going to end Denise Fat's hopes of making Daytona. Man, I love it when you burp, burp, burp in my mouth. Oh, wait, we're live. Oh, my bad. Yikes. We're back at Daytona. Blackjack is in second. Aunt Tim's the leader. Oh, this is an interesting shot. But there's still 12 laps to go at the line. A lot can happen, and we saw a lot happen in duel number 1. So let's take a look at what we can have go on here. The green is back out. Blackjack with help from Aggressive in the brand new Cyclone Motorsports 78. Lawful Allen is back out there, so maybe they got that problem fixed. Of course, the caution came out instantly pretty much after we went to pit road, so he probably stayed on the lead lap as well, I would guess, but who knows. Aunt Tim's going to get turned by Big Earn! And they save it. See, that's what we call masterful driving. Big Earn knew when to lift. Aunt Tim knew when he was going to go around. They handled it perfectly. Cup of Joe is currently in a transfer spot. Who saw that on their bingo card? Half the field is missing, I'd like to point out. I think we've had some cars get stuck behind some slower guys, so maybe if we have another yellow, we'll see maybe a better pack, but right now we could be in position to maybe have a run to the checkered flag, maybe? Corey Knight trying to figure out who he's going to go with. He's going to go with his Chevy teammate here. What did I just hear? What was that? Maybe I'm just going crazy. You're in pain, you're in... No, that's not it. Corey Knight to the race lead with help from Aunt Tim. That's the pace car. I just wanted you to see it. Yeah. They're going 4 wide. And there's the wreck. Cup of Joe, don't merge back up like that. Oh my god, and they're still 4 wide. Why do I constantly hear crashing sounds, but there's no crash? They're warning me for this! Blackjack is in it. Oh my god. Oh my god! He's alright. Somebody's down here, though, isn't? Oh no. Caution's out, and we had some front runners taken out in this one. Out front, it's Leland Funnyman. Well, let's just take a look at Blackjack here as the wreck starts back there. Into Massive Chris there with some incidents. Then Bobby Wobbin gets into him. There's going to be a smoldering hit from Connor Eats Daly and Brad Oman. Mr. Left Side's plowed into the 68 as well. God. Taking a look at Mr. Left's, or not Mr. Left Side's. He's going to get smoked by Mr. Left Side's though, so technically it counts. Ricky Tiki Bobby Wobbin, who's locked into this race. Is going to get smoked right there by the 19, but man, what an impact. 3 different cars hit the 5. Wow. He's driving away, though. I respect it. But unfortunately for the 7, this could be day over. Taking a hashtag look at Connor Eats Daily, who, filling in for small medium fat after a practice crash. The 5's going around there, you see. Oh my goodness. And he does not drive away from this. Not a good sight. He's going to be in this season's color war if everything goes right, but not what he wanted to see to start the season. Welcome back to Daytona, where we'll give you an update on Connor Eats Daily as soon as we can, as soon as we get word. We've had some scary accidents today, let me tell you. There is still 5 laps to go at the line, though, so there's plenty of time to screw it up. Right now, in the transfer spots is Unoball, Pip Puddlequack, and Riley Gerbert, 5th, 6th, and 7th. The closest challenger to that is Lawful Allen in 10th. Of those not locked in to the race right now. We're back green, though. Some other open cars that you might want to hear about that are still in the race and still in contention. You've got Brenda Magazine in the 13 car. I believe she's not in the race yet. You've got the 67 Brad Perez, the 29 Zach Outback, the 89 Massive Chris. Other than that, though, I don't think there's anyone else really posting a threat to these guys. As long as they keep the car straight and keep it going, they should be all right. Unoball looking to show off early here. Big Earn out front with Unoball in second, Leland Funnyman third. Next, Sanchez up here doing an impressive job. This is the field now. We've reduced it this bad. That's right. There's so much on the line. What are some of these open guys going to do to make it in? Pip Puddlequack is now out of the open car. top three here. Bread Perez and Lawful Allen are currently the cars to watch there for that third spot. I believe we're on lap 28 of 30. Uniball out front. Aggressive's going to take it away, though. Next, Sanchez on the bottom trying to get there. And Aggressive leads the group. Riley Gerbert to the bottom. Let me tell you, we might have two random winners, and I'm here for it. Bojardelozzi, Alzheimer were the top two in Duel 1, as you saw earlier. And we're looking at a potential to see something similar to that again. You know, you've got Riley Gerbert, Uniball, Lawful Allen, just some cars to think of. As some cars are losing touch with the draft here, that's Massive Chris falling back in that orange car. They're coming to take the white. They're coming to the white flag, and they're 4 wide. Yo. 4 wide to take the white. They're not going to take the white. Big Earn is on his side. Oh, no, that's Uniball. Caution has obviously come out. Oh, my God. Oh, no. And Tim. Oh, my God. We just had a devastating accident. What could have been the end of this race. But now, we're headed to overtime. Caution is out. Taking a look at Big Earn. You see Uniball go on his side. Aunt Tim's involved. Massive Chris. Uniball gets it back going. Aunt Tim gets up the track, and then they just start piling in. Some hits to Big Earn here. And he goes upside down, and then Aunt Tim's going to come back up the track and get smoked. Man, some violent accidents here at Daytona. Man. Looking at Aunt Tim as they just start piling in. Big Earn, huge impacts. Oh, Zach Outback is the one that hit him. Wow. Well, let's try and finish this thing off with overtime. Welcome back to Daytona. It is not the checkered flag, I promise. We are going OT. And this field, once again, is jumbled to shit. Uniball and Big Earn coming in, so Uniball and Monsters Inc. will not make it into Daytona. Unfortunate for them. The last pretty much car left of Monsters Inc. in general as the team shut down in the TOECAR series. Here we go. For overtime, Riley Gerbert jumps to the lead. Right now as it lies, open cars in. Gerbert, Allen, Perez. Pit Puddle Quack is the only car in shot right now, in frame, that can change that. Aunt Tim and Jeffrey Bernhardt going at it back there, it appears. Aggressive is out front. Lawful Allen is looking to the inside. This is what I'm saying, dude. It is some crazy shit going on here. Coming to the white. This time, I have no doubt that they will make it, and they do. White flag for aggressive. Now, how do you settle this? How do you sort this out if you're Lawful Allen? Do you just coast, or do you try to go for the win and potentially trash the car? Potentially lose a spot in the big race tomorrow? If you're Lawful Allen, you want to make that move probably right about now, headed into the corner. There's one last opportunity at a run here, but aggressive. Can you believe this? Two brand new teams are going to sweep the duels. Aggressive is your race 2, Duel 2 winner. Lawful Allen, Riley Gerbert, and Pip Puddlequack should be your open cars. Let's take a look at the results and the starting grid for Daytona. Looking at the results here from Daytona's second duel race. How about this, right? Aggressive, top of the board, brand new team. Lawful Allen in the rare start he has anymore. Riley Gerbert's up here. It's a crazy race. Daytona's going to be insane. We saw Duel 1 how that played out. We saw Duel 2 how this played out. Some of the best cars, even at the end, can be taken out as usual. And it led to some craziness, especially Duel 1. Bo Giardolozzi, first ever race ever winning. You've got Cyclone Motorsports, first ever race ever winning. A lot of first time winners here. Can we see that again? Aggressive's first win as well. Obviously these don't count for points or anything like that, but huge for these teams. Now, let's take your attention over to the starting lineup, which is going to show up here. Now, the starting lineup for Daytona has officially been set. So, without further ado, we will exit out of that. And here we are with the starting lineup for Daytona right now. What the hell is that? Alright, don't know what that was. But, yeah. So we've got Dale Bernhardt Jr. and Jeffrey Bernhardt, who were locked in before. The two dual winners, Bo Giardolozzi and Aggressive. Crazy, two first-time winners in different aspects for team and driver in their first ever races. Then you've got the 69 Alzheimer, Lawful Allen in the 33, blue-collared Austin Hillbilly in the 21, Nick Sanchez in the 07, the 77 of Teforma Pressure Clot, the 45 of Ross Chestpain to round out the top 10. You see down here and rounding out the top 20, that's Pip Puddlequack, who made a last lap pass on Brad Perez to get in. Then you've got a bunch of regulars that you would expect to see. You've got Melanoma, the defending champ, lining up right next to his former team of Retro Racing with Justin Tallgeier. Big Earn ends up all the way back here. Connor Eats Daily will give you an update on him and the Sickly Dying Man, that whole row 20 when we do the injury report tomorrow, what's going on there. Then we have Corey Crime in the 11 and Gwendy 444 the 4th in the 18. Two of the best teams and drivers starting from the rear. And then you see the list of did not qualifies or DNQs right there. So it's going to be fun to watch tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, tune in tomorrow for the ASSCA race here at Daytona to open the season officially. Points will be awarded and somebody will lock themselves in to the playoffs. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.